You swear you won't do it, but you are doing it. You are repeating your parents' marriage. Think about it. When your partner frustrates you, how do you handle it? Do you shut down, explode, drop a sarcastic comment, and just walk away? Now look back. Who did you watch do that exact same thing when you were growing up? I did not learn this from a textbook. Early in our marriage, I caught myself doing something my father used to do, going quiet the moment things go tense. My wife named it before I ever saw it in myself. The truth is, we all carry an unspoken, invisible blueprint of marriage in our heads. If you saw your parents use the silent treatment to handle conflict, quiet distance is going to feel normal to you, even though it is slowly hurting your relationship. You did not choose the blueprint, but as an adult, you are entirely responsible for whether you keep using it. That explosive reaction you had last night, the one where your chest tightened and you defended yourself like you were on trial and your life depended on it was not actually about your partner. Your reactions were installed in before you were ever old enough to question them. Neurological research shows your brain's emotional survival guide is fully written by the age of 10. So if you grew up in a home where you had to be perfect just to be noticed or loved, a simple critique from your spouse today feels like a threat to your safety. If you grew up around constant shouting and chaos, actual peace might feel like boring or suspicious to you. Your nervous system learned to protect itself long before your adult mind could even think logically. But here's the danger. Too many couples spend years building a beautiful future, completely unaware they are building on an unexamined, highly radioactive foundation. You cannot build a new family vision on an unexamined family history. The past you inherited and the future you are choosing, they are not two separate conversations. They are one conversation told in two directions. My name is Samuel Abraham, your smart marriage coach, married 20 years this August. Today, we look at both directions so that you can stop reacting and start building. Let's look at the roots of this matter. Direction number one, your family history. When we talk about family history, people usually think about genealogical charts, DNA kits, or old birth certificates. But the most critical data in your family history is not names and dates. It's behavioral data. It is a psychological concept known as family systems theory. It proves families operate like an emotional unit. Without realizing it, we inherit what psychologists call multigenerational transmission. Behaviors, anxieties, coping mechanisms, all these flow down the family line like a physical trait. If your grandfather coped with stress by withdrawing, your father likely did too. And now you find yourself running to your phone or the garage the second your spouse wants to talk about something heavy. This aligns with a profound spiritual reality in Exodus. The scripture talks about generational patterns. It is often translated as the iniquities of the fathers visiting the children to the third and fourth generation. And for a very long time, people thought this meant God was wicked, actively punishing grandchildren. This is a grave misunderstanding. The Hebrew root word for iniquity here is avon, which literally means crookedness, a bent path. So God is not cursing you. He's warning you. If a parent walks a bent path of anger, promiscuity, bitterness, poor communication, or even emotional neglect, they bend the path for the children walking behind them. It becomes their default setting. The most researched question in family therapy always comes down to this. How do I break the cycle? And how do I know what is mine and what is my parents'? The answer is simple but painful. You have to run a diagnostic on your upbringing. Ask yourself 3 unfiltered questions. Number 1, how was anger expressed in my childhood home? Number 2, how was affection shown or withheld? Number 3, what did money mean? A tool for security, a weapon for control, a source of constant anxiety. If you do not consciously map out these answers, you will automatically project them onto your spouse. You will treat your partner not based on what they have just said, but based on what your parents did 20, 30 years ago. The moment you see your defensiveness for what it actually is, you stop fighting your partner and you start healing your past. Now let's look in the other direction. Your marriage vision. Once you understand the blueprint you inherited, you have to look at the structure you are actively building. This is where a massive trap catches almost every couple. People frequently look for advice on how to find the one and how to keep the spark alive, but they ask the wrong foundational question. They ask, do I want to be with this person? Instead of, do I want this person's future? Do I want this person's lifestyle? You can love someone with your whole heart, find them incredibly attractive, share the exact same humor, and still be entirely incompatible. Love is the fuel. Alignment is the highway. If you have a full tank of gasoline, but you are trying to drive in two completely different directions, you are going to crash. You might love their personality today, but if your vision is a quiet, slow-paced home in a small town, and their vision is a high-powered 70-hour-a-week corporate climb up a major city, your love will eventually hit the wall. When you get married, you are not just choosing a partner for Friday night outings or for one nice dinner. No, you are choosing a business partner, a co-parent, a co-pilot, a roommate for the next 50 years. That's what you just signed. You are signing up for a specific lifestyle. Amos 3:3 asks a practical question. Can two walk together except they be agreed? The answer is up to you. The word agreed here in the original text does not mean they never disagree. No, it means they have agreed on the direction of the journey. They are walking towards the same finish line. If you are dating or engaged right now, look past the chemistry. Look past the butterflies and the daily rhythms, the career ambitions, and the expectations of family life. Stop asking if you love this person. Start asking if you love the destination they are walking towards. Because if you do not want the same future, you should not be choosing this person. This brings us to the core of your marriage vision, your values. If you ask any couple what matters most to them, they will give you a list of beautiful words.
Our top values are family, growth, financial peace, faith, and all kinds of big, lofty, bogus words.
But here is a harder piece of advice. Stop telling me your relationship values. Show me your bank statement. Show me your calendar. Because values are not words you agree on during a beautiful picnic. Values are what you actually do with your time, your energy, and your money. If you say you value family, but work very long hours a week, you miss family dinners, family appointments, and outings, and check your email during every conversation, work is actually your value, not family. If you say you value financial peace, but you are constantly running up your savings, or worse, you borrow to keep up an appearance, immediate gratification is your actual value, not peace. James in scriptures wrote about this exact human flaw. He said, show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works. Apply that same principle to marriage. Show me your marriage vision without habits. I will show you your vision by your habits. Your habits are a reflection of your family values and vision. A healthy marriage vision is not a wish list. It is a set of daily, non-negotiable practices. If you value spiritual growth, for example, your vision must include a specific time you pray or study together as a family or as a couple. If you value deep connection and intimacy, your vision must include hard boundaries around your phones after a certain time. If there is a gap between the words you say and the schedule you keep, you are creating a culture of unbroken resentment in your home. You are not drifting apart because you lost the spark. No, you are drifting apart because your daily habits are driving you in two different directions. Let's tie these two directions together now. The reason you cannot build a clean future without looking at your past is because your inherited traits are currently running in your life on autopilot. If you do not examine where you came from, the vision you write down for your future will just be a fantasy. It will get sabotaged by the old, unexamined habits you watched your parents exhibit. To build a marriage that lasts, you have to break the automatic loops of your family history, align on a shared lifestyle destination, and turn your abstract values into daily actions. This is not work you should do alone or unprepared. It requires an honest look at exactly where your relationship stands right now. To help you map this out correctly with your partner, I have created a free marriage assessment test. Comment the word send below and I will personally send it to you. This diagnostic tool will pinpoint your inherited patterns, highlight your hidden relational triggers, and show you exactly where you and your partner are aligned or misaligned in your future. Do not let your past silently dictate your future. future. Take the assessment test. Start a conversation. Let's build a vision that lasts. The cycle ends with you. The legacy begins with you. I am Samuel Abraham. I will see you next Thursday. Thank you for watching.